Cody over here with
Ann Campea.
and we are Team Amasian, and Riverdale season 3 premiered today, and we are going to talk about the episode.
Woohoo!
It's been a while. We've been pretty excited, obviously.
I know.
No, we like and hate the show at the same time.
That's a good way to put it.
It brings the, little kid in us. At least for me, I never lived like this as a high school kid.
No.
But what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about some of the negatives of the show, some of the positives of the show, of this episode, and if you haven't seen it, don't watch this video yet. Just press pause and come back to it later because we are going to say it with spoilers. And
Yes.
overall thoughts on the comeback of the show, the season premiere.
Okay, so took me a minute to catch up to remember what was happening in season 2. I think overall thoughts are it's a little weird. I think
That's an understatement.
I wasn't sure if we were watching Stranger Things or if we were watching Riverdale or whatever, but
This is hookah, by the way. It is not anything
yes,
else.
absolutely.
Okay,
well,
go on.
also legal in California. I'll just say that.
Yes. Just letting you know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think the ending left me with any like, oh my god, moments that the season 1 and 2 kind of did. But I'm curious to hear what you thought.
I thought overall when you said, is that it, when the ending happened, I thought I didn't realize how 40 minutes went by that quickly.
That's true. I'm not sure if that's good or bad.
It was just really weird. Like the whole thing was waiting for Archie's trial. It didn't really set up anything other than something satanic and mysterious, and maybe the serpents going at it against each other, north side versus south side, and Veronica hating her dad. But what else is new? There was nothing like really set up that was like you said, oh my gosh, I need to see the next episode. I will watch, but it was weird. It was a very different vibe.
I think weird is the right
Yeah.
word for this episode.
It just doesn't. It doesn't sit well with me.
Yeah.
In a really strange way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yes, I'm very like about that first episode.
Yeah, totally. And like most of it was, is he gonna go to jail? Is he not gonna go to jail? And hung jury, but negatives. Archie always tries to be this hero, even when it's not necessary, and it's really irritating because he's supposed to be like the main character who's supposed to be most interesting, but he's so one-dimensional.
Yeah.
All he ever does is try to be this hero and makes these stupid, bold mistakes that make no sense, and it never makes sense later on. It just never makes sense. It just causes more trouble. I can't let you go through this trial again. Mom and dad and my friends, I can't let you go through another trial, but I'm gonna do this. And it's gonna make it worse for them because now they're gonna try to get him out of jail.
Yeah,
It's like,
I think there's some like consistent, like the thing with Archie is, and we've always said this, like you said, he's supposed to be the main character, but there's nothing interesting about him.
Nothing.
And even when they try to, it's almost like Roman Reigns in wrestling, where even when they try to make him a heel, it still doesn't work. Now they're, the positive thing about Archie's character is that he's consistent, right? He consistently acts in the manner that his archetype is, but at some point it's just boring and almost predictable at that point.
Yeah.
And sometimes downright stupid, like what you're saying. Like he did not have to do that, that he didn't have to stand up for everybody.
He isn't guilty.
No.
And the only reason why he did it was to save his loved ones from more difficult times, but it's causing more.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm not really gonna miss Archie not being around, but he's gonna be around.
Yeah.
So I guess we're gonna see the players that play and how they're gonna try to get him out early. But overall, this episode out of the gates didn't build up much.
Anything.
It
Really?
just added a new element of, like you joked, like, oh, is a Demogorgon kind of coming out now, right? But it felt very empty. Like there's something missing out of this episode that I didn't get, which
Absolutely.
you would want from a season premiere.
Exactly.
Right? You want something set up, and they tried to set up, you know, these witchcraft things, and Betty passes out. We don't know if it's a dream or not. There was a party before for her. This doesn't make sense.
Of course, it just, a lot of it felt forced. A lot of it felt formula. Well, I mean, we know the formula of CW shows, and we know the formula of Riverdale. Of course, there's going to be some sort of gathering, some sort of get together where everybody's there having a good time. But there was nothing that really stood out about the episode, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's the problem. I mean, I don't even remember the game they were playing when you were telling me that they were playing a game.
There's some sort of game they were playing right at the beginning of the episode, and I don't remember even that character. I know you did.
Yeah,
you said he was
Dilton.
from like season 1.
But I only remembered him because I read the comics.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
It just doesn't make sense, and that is the only reason why I want to be like, well, I want to put some sense into this.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yes, yes.
There was like zero investment in any kind of storyline.
Yeah, absolutely. This could have easily been an episode within season.
Yes.
And-
Oh yeah, completely. So you were like, okay, so what is season 3 going to be about? You know, season 1 was about Cheryl Blossom's, Jason Blossom dying and who killed him. Season 2,
Black Hood. Yeah.
Okay, in this season, they threw a wrench in the gear with this. What's her name? Betty's sister, Polly.
Polly, yeah.
Polly and the mom dropping the babies over the fire and then floating, and then it's like, what is happening?
Yeah, let's talk about that a little bit because, you know, they allude to, okay, Betty's on Adderall and she's been going through some stuff, obviously. Polly's now back in the picture. There is a kind of cultist vibe that's happening with the person that's been trying to heal the mom. And then it ends in what we wonder is either a vision or it actually happens in real life, but they're going to tell Betty that she was on drugs, so it's not real. You
Yeah,
know
that's
what I mean?
that's probably gonna happen.
Yeah, so
You're right.
again, predictable part of the episode. I don't really know how much more they're gonna dive into this piece of it.
Yes, and then I mean, I guess to me, I think the most setup we got was at the pool party where you see, okay, these two are together. Dilton's mysterious, and then later on they gotta go get hot dog.
The one semi-positive is that
There's no positives.
I know they have set up what is now season 3's, you know, story arc, which is this whole
what?
mystery of.
But is it though? Like, how long can that
guess.
sustain?
I don't know. I guess apparently now there's a cult in Riverdale that is sacrificing blood or people to what? I don't know.
Yeah.
Is it Hiram? Is Hiram the Demogorgon of Riverdale?
Where
I
did-
have no idea.
And it just came out of nothing. There was no
Yes.
indication of this in season 1 or season 2 that there was going to be something this cultish.
No, it's out of left field. There was never any setup from the previous season to this
No.
season. It's just really bizarre.
It's disturbing.
Yeah.
You know, and the hung jury and Archie coming up and being like, I did it, even though he's not guilty, is really frustrating. Betty just being herself, and then a lot of skin,
Yeah.
a lot of like, this is what you wear in 2018 as a
Yes.
high school student,
Yes.
but you don't.
No shirts. I feel like they gave fans a lot of those moments that not fans like us, but
No.
you know, the fans that love the relationship aspect of it, they gave you that in the episode. Meh.
Yeah, but I think even from before, and I'm probably gonna have to look at other videos that we've done, I'm not invested in this Veronica and Archie relationship.
Right.
It feels so, there's no chemistry there other than TV, and you can tell it's TV.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, you just feel like these characters don't even belong together.
No,
It's
no.
strange.
And it's been going on for a long time.
Yeah.
And I think the relationship that works with me are Betty and Jughead.
Sure.
Sure.
I do think Archie and Betty would be an interesting relationship.
Oh yeah, I think ultimately that's where I hope they end up with it.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that where the comics go? I don't know.
The comics is him always chasing after both, kind of, but
Okay.
he's more into Veronica.
Okay.
Because Veronica's like the sexy rich vixen, and then Betty's kind of like the underdog.
Right.
But they changed that here, because for me, Betty's the more interesting character on the show. She's
Right.
probably the most interesting one. She has so
Absolutely.
many dimensions. Jughead's interesting too, but he's also quite predictable.
Yeah.
Like he retaliates, and he's fearless. He almost got killed, but he's still gonna go after things. He always walks into danger, you know. But Betty, like, you never know what she's gonna do. She's gonna support
Sure.
her friends and family. Like, that's her loyalty.
Absolutely.
But she's a sweet girl, but then she goes crazy. You know, I think she really drives the show in many ways.
Yeah, I agree. I think outside of Betty, I think the parents, the dynamic
Yes.
with the parents is always what intrigues me.
Thank God for Hiram. I mean,
Yeah.
he's horrible on the. I mean, he's a horrible character, but he's intriguing in some
Absolutely.
ways.
Yeah, so I think if they can pepper in a little bit more of that again, then I'll be invested in season 3. But right now, as of episode 1, I'm not so sure.
Yeah, and the thing is, how do kids really have the ability to control their parents in that capacity? It just, like, the way they talk to their parents sometimes, I know that, yes, we get mad at our parents and we think we're like, I'm gonna do this. Well, screw you, I'm not your daughter anymore and stuff. But it just seems like they take on so much more responsibility as kids that would never ever happen in real life.
Oh, yeah.
I know it's a CW show, but dude, if I had a kid and my kid talked to me like that, I'd be like, get out.
Yeah, I know.
Fine. Like, I reached a point where I don't even care. Like, go ahead and date that redhead, you know?
Right.
It's
Yeah, I know. And there's only so much that we can just like what do you call it, suspend belief on.
yes.
Yes. Yes, I have to agree.
Yeah.
I think the access that the kids have in the show, we've talked about this before, just the way that they carry themselves around their parents, and then the type of access they have
Yeah.
to almost everything, you know. What's her name? Josie and the Pussycat Girl.
Yeah, Josie.
You know, like, I know where the one juror is staying, you know. I'm gonna go try to deliver towels to them and
Yeah.
to convince them that, you know, to let Archie go. Like, the amount of access that these kids have in this world is sometimes unbelievable.
And like they can solve mysteries far before their parents do.
Yeah.
Oh man, I hope it picks up
Me
because
too.
I do have attachment to the show. But if it doesn't, we're gonna have to stop doing these recaps because we won't be invested.
I know,
And
we
that's-
won't be invested. Everything will always be a negative.
Yeah, so I'm gonna honestly say I was super hyped about the season 3 premiere, but I'm super disappointed with it.
Yeah.
I'm just so disappointed.
We'll hope, you know, a few episodes from now, things have changed. Maybe even in the next
I mean,
episode.
hopefully episode 2, and a lot of times there's hope for episode 2 that they build up and make sense of what we just saw, and maybe they wanted us to feel this way, just confused and perplexed and almost like
Let down.
completely let down.
Yeah.
You know, just everything shouldn't have. If it was me, we wouldn't even have opened with Archie in trial.
Right.
Just like, we don't need him to try to be saved and rescued, because what's he gonna do? He's gonna come out and fuck himself over again, excuse my French.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Veronica's gonna fight to get him out now, I predict, and she's gonna have to like find a way to like make her dad look bad, and her dad's still gonna love her. And even her mom was sitting there saying, the only reason why I'm doing this is because I'm protecting you. It's like,
Yeah. It's the same thing over and over again.
yeah.
And the other thing that was like another repeat, just a different location, is now the South Side is not in jeopardy anymore, because that was resolved in season 2. But they alluded to now the North Side is now, you know, territory that people can claim. So I believe that's going to be
Yeah.
a big driver in season 3 as well.
Yes, and now everyone's a serpent. Like,
Yeah.
now it's easy to be
I'm a serpent. I don't know. You guys can see my tattoos right under here
Archie
too.
got a serpent tattoo. I know they had alliances in this previous season, but it just, they made it so like you are born a serpent. You have to be what's the word? Initiated into the serpents. But now everyone gets to be one.
Honorary serpents, everybody. Even Mayor McCoy, or well, ex-Mayor McCoy.
Yeah.
Pops is a serpent. Everybody in the town's a serpent now.
I guess the best part about this episode was Cheryl Blossom to me.
Always.
You know,
Always.
She comes in, she confuses you, but you're like, she makes it. You know, like that's her
ridiculous.
character.
Yeah.
And I remember like when she shot that arrow. I was like, oh yeah, they brought back a season 1 gem where she was learning to shoot.
Yep.
And that was like, okay, that makes sense. They need to, and I do think, I predict, I guess let's get into predictions.
Sure.
I predict that Cheryl has like a thing for Archie now. She's gonna do anything to save him.
Yeah.
And that is good because she has, I think, a certain amount of strength in there that Veronica doesn't have.
Right.
You know?
Right. Or Veronica thinks she has, but no, really.
Veronica's really obnoxious.
The only other woman that I think is as strong of a character, like you said, is Betty.
Yes.
So in terms of predictions, I think there's going to be some weird supernatural stuff now that they're introducing.
But is this
into the
necessary?
show, which is really odd.
This is not why we come to watch Riverdale.
No.
If we want to see supernatural, we're literally going to watch supernatural.
Yeah, agreed. I'm not really sure. Outside of that, I think it's going to be really weird. I'm sure there's going to be another killer with a motive or something.
I don't know. I don't know whether at this point would I prefer to see Archie in jail and like staying there, or would I rather have him come out the next episode? Do you know what I mean? I thought I did have something on my mind, but I totally forgot. But yeah, do you have any other predictions?
Predictions more so like I really hope they stay away from drug problems with Betty.
Yes.
Because I think
It's
in
like,
any show that lingers and then it gets really old.
yes. It's the only time it worked was Saved by the Bell because it was 20 minutes.
Yeah, one episode, Jessie was over it by the end. She was rehabbed by the end of it and it was fine. So
Yeah.
I hope they don't linger too much on that because that will really drag out long. Obviously we'll see what happens with the snake lady and the serpents because now they're fighting over new territory. I want to see more of Cheryl, obviously, as much as possible with her because she brings a dynamic to the show. And then bring in some more dynamic with the parents again because that is what I love is the conflict between the parents and the kids and when the parents think what they're doing is for the better of their kids and the kids don't agree. That's the conflict that I typically enjoy with the show.
It's not when like I'm gonna upstage my parent and like yell at them and tell them they don't know better and show them that we know. It's just, and it makes me wonder like I hope that kids don't have that mentality growing up.
I don't know, but who knows if these kids are watching the show, then they probably think that's normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they own the town. The parents don't own the town. You know, the parents are relatively helpless compared to the kids.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean oh yes, I remember what I was gonna say. I don't know if you heard, but Netflix has a show coming out that is from the I'm not sure if it's the writers or producers. I forget of Riverdale. Who for Sabrina?
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Could be.
But it's going to be a darker version. The girl from Mad Men is going to be Sabrina.
Nice.
So I'm kind of excited for that, and it is a darker version. Maybe they're aligning that. Maybe that's why.
That would be fun. Some sort of
because
crossover.
that would make sense.
Yeah, agreed.
You know?
Yep.
So. Anyway, that's what we have to say about it. Sorry for the disappointment, but we're always going to be honest about our review.
Absolutely.
Hopefully, it'll be more entertaining and more positive for the next episode. Let us know what you think. Comment below. Tell us about some things that you liked about the episode, some things you didn't like. And in the meantime, you can follow us at Team Amasian on all those social media outlets. And where can they follow you?
You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Ann Campea.
And you can follow me at KAORIOUS. That's a lot of vowels. And also thumbs up this video, subscribe as well, and let us know what other things you want to see us talk about. And we'll catch you later.
Bye.